Hey, welcome to Chak and Baba. Hey, this is Bernard Muhammad. I'm sitting in co-hosting these with these two brothers, man. Hey, everybody is still a fan, I think. Steelers fans are all around the world. You know, even if you got your own local team, man, it's probably somebody that's a Steelers fan. There's somebody talking about the Steelers somewhere that don't even live in Pittsburgh. So anyway, hey, I got Chak and Baba. This is their second edition of this show. Man, what's up with y'all, man?
Oh man, just trying to stay warm.
Okay.
Hey,
Trying
it's
to
a
stay
pleasure,
warm.
Mr. Muhammad, to be here. Thank the
Okay.
Most High again for us. You giving us this opportunity to talk beautiful Steeler football. Thank you, brother.
Okay, hey, man. I'm thankful that y'all are broadcasting on the Bears Banner platform as we expand and add more shows to this platform. You know, we're going into the final week of the NFL, Week 17, and there's been a lot of talk about a couple of coaches, and one of them is Mike T. You know, I'm all on Instagram, and I see stuff like, man, you know, Mike T has never had a losing season, et cetera, et cetera. You know, people like us who are myself who are Bears fans, you know, you have Bears fans say, get Mike T. So in our last interview, GD, we was sitting up here, you know, we was talking about that move, but you know what? You had a question. You said, hey, we should make that move to Mason Rudolph. Let's start there. I mean, what took so long to make the move to Mason Rudolph?
Well, it's like I said in the last show. I don't know what he saw on tape, essentially to make Mitch Trubisky our quarterback. But more importantly, uh, Mike had Mason in the locker room for 4 to 5 years. He was the only person with this new regime of players that had linkage to championship type of players like Ben. He had been in the locker room for 4 to 5 years. That was the natural move to hand the football to Mason. Um, but this is going to be on the next show. I would say, but the Matt Canada hire has set this team back offensively 3 to 4 years. Now, I'll talk about that on our next show. But primarily, you had Mason in your locker room. You had Mason in your locker room, QB room. You had Josh Dobbs, who proved to be serviceable with the Minnesota Vikings, in your QB room. But you held on to an offensive coordinator for far too long that convinced you to say, hey, Mason is not the guy to run my Chip Kelly offense. Both of y'all took y'all behinds into Mr. Rooney's office and said, hey, Mason is not our guy. We need a first round draft pick. We've graded him out. KP is our guy. And now Mason's the guy.
Chuck,
That's
what's
the
up with
issue I
that, man?
have
Do
with Muhammad.
you agree or disagree? What's your take on that?
Uh, I agree, but I disagree. I mean, because the competition to me, you know, when they go get Mitch, they just want to go hand the job over to Mason. I mean, because the last time I saw Mason was I was at the Detroit Lions game when they tied that game, and coming into the next season, no, you had to bring somebody in. You had to bring somebody in because he wasn't looking like the guy you want to hand the football to, you know, going into that next season. But I'm gonna tell you where a lot of that got derailed, and I think when Dwayne Haskins passed,
Mm.
that threw a wrench into that QB program. That really threw a wrench in that QB program because had Dwayne Haskins, you know, may rest in peace, had that happened, I don't think they go draft Kenny Pickett.
Mm.
I don't think they draft Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
I think that was enough competition in the room. Haskins, Trubisky, and Mason.
Mm.
You
Okay,
know,
man, that's a great point. I remember, yeah, that brother passed. What was that last year? Passed away.
yep, right in the off season, just before the draft.
Mm.
Mm,
Just before the draft.
okay. I
Hmm.
mean, I mean, now looking at Mason Rudolph from observing it, I'm starting to see George Pickens starting to look like he. I mean, is that just ESPN highlights, or is that the real deal?
Hey, I think Mason has been the guy. When I lived in Dallas, I got a chance to see him play with Marcel Aitman, our Chata Bros son who played receiver, James Washington. So he's always had a beautiful deep ball, in my opinion. So watching him back in the Okie State. But once again, to my point, he even though there was sort of rifts between him and Ben, he still was an understudy to Ben. Ben, he taught Ben's professionalism, at least from a football perspective. You know what I mean? How to prepare every day, how to, despite any time I could be called, even after the incident with the DN with the Cleveland Browns. Hey, he learned from a lot in this league, and I think it would have been the I would say prudent choice to give him the football in regards to his command for the offense. So that in itself, they have a chance with Mason, but I kind of think it's Tomlin's get out of free pass because if hey, maybe we make the playoffs last year if he starts instead of Kenny Pickett, instead of Mitch Trubisky. All of this is self-inflicted. All of these organizational moves are self-inflicted, you know. So if you would have got an offensive coordinator that was qualified to be an offensive coordinator, maybe that guy would have said, "Hey, I can work with Mason. We don't need to. We can use our first round pick on a lineman, which we still need." But I digress.
Chak, man, come on, Chak. Man, GD be talking that jive, man. Is that straight up? Is that straight up?
Well, the Mason's style of play fit, with these receivers. He like you said, he got a beautiful deep ball. He gonna let it fly, and I think that's what that Matt Canada style of offense is not. It didn't fit Mason. So I think that's another reason why Mason didn't get the opportunity when they brought in when they hired Canada and also when they brought in Mitch.
Yeah.
But man, it's I just that Mason Rudolph, man. How many opportunities has he had? and that's my only issue is because he's been there for so many years. He didn't have opportunity after opportunity to make his case.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he's finally making his case right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess to be determined.
Okay. Hey, that's a great point because I know from watching football all these years, I'm going to use the term backup.
Mm-hmm.
You have some players are great backups, man. They give you those 2 to 3, 4 games, man, and they you know what I mean? They have you calling for them as a starter. But now once they get to game 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you realize, oh, that's why they the backup. Right? The wheels fall off. But you know what? Y'all did mention Matt Canada, and this was a hire. If I follow the story, I know with this being a new podcast, right? We're gonna maybe go back a little bit and recap. Now, from what I understand, Mike T didn't fire him. Ownership fired him. Is that right?
Allegedly, I think. Allegedly, there was a report from Ed Bouchette. So I'm gonna put it on him that ultimately Mr. Rooney came down and had to let him go. But this has always been an issue of mine because the biggest thing Mike T has never had to do was adapt. He came in, like I said, the last podcast, the perfect storm, and he did an admirable, great job of running the ship that was built, right? So now we're at the point where the ship needs to get rebuilt. and I don't think that's his expertise. And nothing's wrong with that. But if you have a great team or you need a winning culture because he's been around Pittsburgh for a while, he's a guy for you. Washington Redskins, but I digress. But ultimately, he hired a guy. You know, his resume was he was a high school coach in the state of Indiana. Okay, he was an offensive coordinator at the University of Maryland. I'm from the Washington D.C. area. That's a basketball school. That's not a football school. He was an offensive coordinator at IU. The last I checked, that's a basketball school. No other prior NFL experience. And you have him run our offense? Does he have eyes to even say that's a good quarterback on the NFL level? Does he even have that? That was the guy, ladies and gentlemen, and wasn't able to adapt the first year he got into it with Ben. Red flag, he ignored it, right? The next 2-3 years, we are on the bottom statistically from an offensive perspective. He ignored it. So that's when I had to say, hey. I think it's time for Mike to look in the mirror and say, hey, I made an error hiring this guy. Because right now, because of the hire of Mike Canada, the most important position on the team, the quarterback position, is in flux. Yeah. Mason is due to be a free agent. Why should he sign back here? He is proven to be a capable NFL quarterback.
What's your thoughts on that, Chak?
Man, I agree. I 100% agree with everything he said on Matt Canada. But as far as Mason go, man, okay. How many times has Mason been a free agent since he's been with the Steelers?
What's like 1 year? One time?
You sure? You sure he ain't signed twice?
Yeah, that's it. After his rookie year, he re-signed, right?
And then was it after last season? Because he re-upped, didn't he?
I think we extended him one. After his rookie year, I don't know how long we read him up for, but he re-signed with us. Yes, after his rookie deal, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that, Bob.
The reason for that is I'm not going to judge him. I'm not going to judge Kenny Pickett. Who else is on our quarterback staff? Who else in the room? No, I will judge Mr. Trubisky.
Hey, Bobby GD, man, you know what's going on, man. Mike T sitting out here hiring high school play callers to coach Mr. Trubisky because you know Mitch can read the defense. Anyway, has played since he made the move and they made the move and got rid of Canada. Have y'all seen any improvement in play call? I mean, what effect has it had on the passing game and the running game? Because it looked like I'm starting to see some movement by even Najee Harris. I mean, has there been any positive effect? What you got, Chak?
Absolutely, man, absolutely. But I also think too, though, because even when Kenny was under center after Matt Canada got fired, it still was a struggle. The passing game was still a struggle, and I think that's just probably because of youth. But definitely, when you see Mason in the offense, it definitely his play style. Mason play style compared to Kenny's play style. Kenny's play style is probably going to fit Canada a little bit more. So, that right there, that's almost like two negatives. That's almost like two negatives because you got this young guy with a horrible coordinator, you know, and we saw how that worked.
Uh-huh.
You get rid of the coordinator, and then you got the young guy. You can see the young guy mistakes. When you put that seasoned vet in there with Mason, and also it's a different play style because he gonna let it rip. You definitely see the difference. And then the run game, Faulkner and Sullivan, they definitely, the run game, definitely an improvement.
Okay. Absolutely. Well, what's up, GD? You agree with that, or what's your thoughts on that?
I agree. But, if you want me to, if you want me to make a gourmet meal, and you got eggs and bologna in the fridge, that's all I can't make no gourmet meal. I can't. I'm sorry. So we got a Chip Kelly offense. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, we got a Chip Kelly offense. You can't scrap the playbook. You can't. We just gotta, look at the jet sweeps and be like, that's all I got is jet sweep, Joe. Or I see that they're starting to implement a little bit more downhill running schemes. They got Najee and pistol, which is his most effective I formation. Like I said, he'll fall over for 3-4 yards. He's 6'3", 250. This is not hard, Mr. Rooney. Okay, right. If I had to, I'm off this season, Mr. Rooney. I'm a vested Steeler fan since the 4th grade, since Bubby Brister, Mr. Rooney. So we need Chris Forrester at San Francisco. He's the offensive line coach and run game coordinator. Bring him here, make him the OC. I guarantee you we start looking like Jerome again back there. Because he's led an offense that's been downhill. How many years has San Francisco led the league in rushing? Or been in the league 4 or 5 years. Yeah. So now you give Mason or KP that. I don't know. Yeah. Now we could really start using Najee and Jalen. And when you get people in the box, it's game, set, match when you have the cyborg at receiver. Yeah. Okay? He's a cyborg. He's not a receiver, Mr. Muhammad. Jordan is a cyborg. So you get a run game, man, we can throw with your eyes closed. He's finna go get it, right? So that's ultimately the next step of this offense. All we got is we got to ride out Matt Cannon's playbook. So to Chaka's point, that lets us know, okay, at least we have a manageable, solid quarterback in Mason. Now when we go next year, now let's solidify the run game and build off of Mason or KP. Right. But playbook is playbook. We can't change it. We can't change it to next year.
Okay.
Yeah. And and with the run game, when Mike Munchak left, he took the run game with him. Mike Munchak decided to, leave football or go back to wherever he went. He took the run game with him because what did he go back to Denver? Where did he go?
Denver. He went to Denver. Yeah, he went to Denver. He a Penn State guy, so he's a local Pennsylvania guy. I think he took the Denver job to be near his daughter or something. And I think he's retired from football. But Mike Munchak, good. Hey, good. Hey, that's a good one right there, Chak.
Yeah. When he left, he took the run game with him, and it was hard to replace what he brought to the table. But yeah, man, I was just. I don't know, bro. But I definitely like what I see now, though. Since Matt Cannon has been out the door, and especially with the run game. Regardless if it's Kenny Pickett or Mason Rudolph under center, the run game has definitely improved since he been out the door.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hey, let me see if I could bring up a play. Hold on, let me see if I can get this play on. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Okay.
I like this, man.
Let me see if I can bring this in. Hold on, give me a second here. Hey, y'all can keep on chopping it up. I'm gonna try to bring in a deep ball play. Okay.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
But what I always wanted to see, Bob, I wanted to see Mike Tomlin take over that defense, man. When he first got there, I understood the loyalty to what was the D coordinator? No, the D
Dom
coordinator for
Dom
the
Capers.
Steelers. For the
Dom
Steelers.
Capers. Dom Capers.
Oh man,
Actually,
I can't
well,
believe
they
I'm
forced
forgetting
him
this.
to hire Capers, though. They forced him to hire Capers when he first took the job.
No,
Yeah.
God, what is my man's name, man?
Brian
The old
Flores?
head. No,
Oh,
anyway,
you're talking about
I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, man.
he was there a long time with the Steelers. You're talking about the D coordinator, right?
Yeah.
Dom Capers was there for the longest.
Yeah, no, he ain't talking about Don Capers. Man,
Uh,
name star with a bleed B is kind of escaping me right now. But hey, let me go and run this play and maybe to come to us.
yeah.
Okay.
Rudolph looking sideline for Pickens again. He's got it. Dropped it in the bucket. Pickens punches back. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Let's run that back. Let's see if I can run that back. Oh no, it advanced to the next screen. Man, he looking like he out there partying, man. He doing this little dance. Hey, but that does make a difference in play calling on how you set it up, right? Because even like I said on my platform, Bears Banner, we kind of had the same issue with play calling. But anyway, is it Dick LeBeau? That's who you think
Dick
about,
LeBeau.
right?
Dick LeBeau, yeah.
Dick LeBeau.
Yeah.
Dick LeBeau. Dick LeBeau.
Yeah.
That's yes. He was after Capers. He was after Capers. Capers was I'm tripping. Capers was with Cower when Cower first got there. Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's right. Sure it is.
But after LeBeau, decided to lead the game, I thought Tomlin should have took over that defense. I thought they should have ran with that Tampa 2 and that cover 2.
That's why I disagree. Chaka.
No.
No, Chak. Chak, don't do that. Chak. Oh, hey. I'm a 3-4 guy. You know why I'm a 3-4 guy, Chaka?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a 3-4 guy because in the 7th grade, I didn't even know linebackers get blitz. I thought they were always run guys, running pass. You know who made me say I wanted to really be a linebacker? Hardy Nickerson.
Okay. Now, off that point, Hardy Nickerson played in what style of defense? What style of defense did Hardy?
3-4. It was Greg Kenny, Hardy, and David Little. David Little left. Then they got Captain Kirk. We've always been 3-4. Always.
I'm talking about when Hardy Nickerson went to Tampa Bay, and
we've with Capers, with Dick LeBeau, we've always been a 3-4 because it's a flexible defense. But as you can see, where you could drop you could, especially with the zone blitz days, we can really disguise our blitz as well. And I've always loved 4 linebackers that can really flow to the ball, blitz, and wreak havoc. So I mean, you got man, look at it now. You got Highsmith and TJ. You had James Harrison. And what's the guy from Colorado State? The other DN, Clark Hagens. So we've always had that type of defense.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we comment. Oh, Bobby G, let me go to another view. Okay. Hey, we coming into actually game 17. It looked like Pittsburgh is playing the Ravens this weekend.
Division.
And you know what? I'd like to thank everybody who tuned in tonight to Chak and Baba on Facebook and YouTube. Hey, this is the second program, so please hit the subscribe button. And if you know some Steelers fans out there, hey, please share this show with them. There's Chak and Baba on YouTube and Facebook. So right now, Pittsburgh is still in the hunt. Coming in with a division rival. That's our rival, right? The Ravens?
Yeah, absolutely.
It sounds like Lamar Jackson most likely is not going to play. But, man, that in the hunt pitch is a little complicated for y'all because you have a few teams that y'all 9-8, correct? And
9-7.
9-7, sorry, 9-7 because 8 would be the 17. So you got a couple of teams that's 9-7 that all vying for that last spot.
Yep.
Okay, so this game is gonna make a difference. You got to win this game. I mean, do y'all want to win this game, or y'all ready to kind of move away from Mike T and losing this? We kind of what's the deal?
No, I want to win. I want to win.
Okay.
I want to win. I want to win. I don't care if we go to the playoffs and get stumped. I want to win, man.
Right.
I want to win. But actually, though, I mean, you know, the way they've been playing over the last couple of weeks, if they get in, don't nobody want to see them boys. Nobody want to see them boys.
Yeah. That's a good point. I think you play to win the game, as Herm Edwards. You play to win the game. Ultimately, we know each other very well. I think we played Huntley last year. That's when KP had a beautiful fourth quarter drive. I watched that game intently. We basically ran a 6-2 against them. We stacked the line because he's not a passer. So we know them very well. They know us. I think we should win, you know, due to the state of affairs, how we need to get in the playoffs, and we're not playing Lamar. You know, if they had to fight to get in the playoffs, we would lose this game because this is a different Lamar. This is a pass towards Lamar. With Lamar, yeah. Now this year, Lamar is impressive to me. I've always been critical of him not being a guy that could really read the defense, stay in the pocket. He's starting to do that now. But I think that we win the game ultimately. And this stacks on to, we talked about this, Mr. Muhammad, to the winning season, which is a lower standard here in Pittsburgh. Right? It is what it is. We are not Chicago. We are not Indianapolis Colts. We are the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's only a few like us, like the Dallas Cowboys, like the New England Patriots, where the standard is really different. I'm sorry, I didn't create it. You play to win championships, right?
Okay.
And an average season for the Steelers is going to a wild card game and losing, or advancing to the divisional level of the playoffs. That's an average. AFC championship, or really, it's a piss poor year. That's the standard. That's the
true.
standard. Period. So
Chak,
the winning that people want to this PR move to say he has no win, that's excellent. Eat that up. So when we send him back to Washington, because he's from Hampton Road, come off that first round pick this year and next year, family. He from Hampton Roads. Mike from Virginia. Send him there.
It sounds good.
His family can see him play. Just come off that second pick. We get that second pick. We back on now. If I have my towel, we back on with that second pick. Trade back. Replenish that offense, defensive line, and now decide who's really going to give us attrition identity. I like Eric Bieniemy. I'm just saying. Yeah. Why do I like Eric Bieniemy? Because he's meant.
Chak, I'm trying to get a prediction out here, man. And Bobby GD's been waving the terrible towels and everything. What you got on the prediction? What you got on the prediction?
I like the Steelers for this game, even if Lamar is playing. I mean, the history of Lamar getting W's against the Steelers is definitely in our favor.
Okay.
So I like it better if he do play, because they get after him, and this is why I think that the fans don't really appreciate Mike Tomlin when it comes to game planning for them divisional opponents. He A1. Now the QB play is what make the difference. That's always in my opinion. If the QB play suck, then it's just downhill. He don't really know how to adjust when it comes to that part. And that's. But defensively, when he going up against them opponents, I like his track record. So yeah, I like the Steelers against Baltimore.
Okay. Hey, Chak and Baba. Hey, thank everybody for tuning in. It looked like both y'all predicting the Steelers win. Hey, do y'all have any closing remarks before we close it out for the night? And then we maybe get back together and do a recap after the game to see if it's playoff or bust.
Hey man, I'm happy to talk Steeler football on Bears Banner with my former college teammate and Steeler fan. It's a blessing. Thanks to Most High for having a beautiful show, Mr. Muhammad. And at the end of the day, it's Steeler Nation. Go Steelers. But yeah, they will win. Go Steelers.
Okay. What you got, Chak,
Yeah.
before we close out?
Oh man, I appreciate this, man. I like this, man. I'll be looking forward to having more of these conversations, man.
Okay.
I really like this, man. Steeler Nation, man. Here we go.
Okay. Hey man, thank everybody for tuning in, and thank you two brothers getting on. And as we grow this platform and we talk Steelers football, hey, see y'all next time. Be out.
All right now.